Now to making it in the Bay, our in-depth look at the Bay Area housing crunch. Whether you own or you rent, you probably asked yourself, how did the Bay Area's housing crunch get this bad? It's a question NBC Bay Area's Melissa Colorado set out to answer.
To really understand how the Bay Area's housing crisis has spiraled so far out of control, we need to go back in time. No, not to the start of the tech bubble. Before that, to the 1970s. When local cities were starting to boom and taxes were rising with them. Then came the game changer, Proposition 13.
It restrained how much local government could raise property taxes each year.
University of San Francisco law professor Tim Iglesias says Prop 13 caused cash-hungry cities to zone more land for commercial use so they could collect more sales tax.
And then there's a problem of inequality of wealth and income. And then there's the problem of increased costs to build housing.
Steep impact fees push developers to build more expensive homes because those buyers can absorb the cost. Which brings us to big tech and the influx of all those workers to the Bay Area.
Because they make a lot of money, they bid up housing prices. And so that has created a lot of increase in housing prices, as well as gentrification.
Ah, yes, the G word. No city in the Bay Area has seen the rapid remaking of neighborhoods quite like Oakland. Look up and you'll see construction cranes working on the latest sleek apartment building where studios might start at a little under $3 grand a month. Look below and you'll see streets lined with tents and RVs, the last resort for those who've been priced out.
We have systemic failures to create adequate, affordable housing for our hardworking families.
The Bay Area's housing crisis is a slow-moving storm that's been churning for decades, but now the storm has become a full-on hurricane. In the eye of that storm, middle-class families striving to achieve the American dream of owning a home.
$500K doesn't get you anywhere, and that's a lot of money for a lot of people already.
Jing He and her partner didn't just rely on a bank to help buy their home in Castro Valley. They had to ask family and friends to pitch in.
We really have to utilize our community, our family to help us with to come up with just 10% of the down payment.
Professor Iglesias says the market-driven approach to housing isn't working. He says state, county, and local leaders need to take bold steps.
Local governments could zone more area for multifamily housing. They could make the permitting process for multifamily housing easier.
Before the housing crisis gets worse.
When the middle class cares about something, politicians pay attention.
In Oakland, Melissa Colorado, NBC Bay Area News.